What's going on, everybody? Today we have the nitty-gritty of MLB The Show, which is probably going to be in next year's game. All the stuff that I'm going to be talking about in this episode, which includes like Knuckleballers, pitcher confidence, directional hitting, auto shifts, all that great stuff. So I'm going to say a topic. I'm going to give my opinion. You guys can feel free to leave your guys' opinion down below in the comment sections of every topic that I bring up in this video. But let's get right into it. Knuckleballers. They should not be in the game. Here's the reasoning why I say they shouldn't be in the game. They take zero skill to actually use. If a knuckleball as a pitch took skill to actually throw, like you had to pinpoint where it was, and if you missed by a slight inch, that ball is gone, then it would be on an even playing level. Because like any pitch in MLB The Show, I mean, everyone knows it. You're early, it's gone. With a knuckleball, you have to track it like 4 times if it's a good pitch, which you have no control in if it's a good pitch. It can break once, it can break 4 times, it can break 7 times. But let's say it breaks like 4 times. You have to track it with your PCI every single time. I mean, unfortunately, I faced Phil Niekro like 70,000 times, so you know, you can have a pitch come here and then cut back and then cut back really quick, and there's zero you can do about it. The pitcher has no control in it. The hitter has no control in it. I think if they do want to ever become an esport or competition or whatever, that's the first thing that's got to go, because that takes absolutely zero skill to throw a knuckleballer. Now, this isn't necessarily a controversial topic, but it's something that I'd like to bring up. Pitcher confidence has to be the dumbest thing in the show. And the reason why I say it is because if your pitcher is getting raked on and the meter is gone, they act like, and I realize it's hard to punish someone else who is getting raked on, so it's hard to do, but they act like the pitcher forgets how to pitch. Like they just forget how to pitch as a whole, so the whole meter's gone and you pretty much have to guess. And unlike last year, if you just did a mound visit, you'd get it right back and you were good to go. Which, you know, that's actually smart, because a mound visit would actually, you know, calm down a pitcher. And this, half the time you don't. So you're just stuck guessing, or you have to throw someone else in. So I don't like it. I think it's kind of dumb. I don't know. I would like to see it revamped into something else, like maybe like shake the screen or something like that if you want to do it that way. But pitchers don't just forget how to pitch anymore, just because they're getting raked on. That's just dumb. Pitch speeds. People and their pitch speeds. I agree, though. I do think that the pitchers, like if I have Chapman, I should be hucking 100, you know, like left and right. I'm not saying, you know, every single pitch, because some pitchers like build up to it. Like Edwin Diaz builds up, so he goes like 96, and then like 2 pitches later he'll throw 98, and then 2 pitches later he'll throw 100. I like to see something like that, because a pitcher just doesn't come out and just throw 102 just like that. It's not really, it's not common. At least some pitchers do, you know. Also, the 102 barrier that we have is kind of dumb in my opinion. If a pitcher throws hard, then he throws hard. I don't see why we limit that. Like Jordan Hicks, you don't see him hucking 105 in the game. He did in real life. I mean, sure, it was fucking nowhere near the plate, but he still threw 105 miles per hour. So I would like to see that. I would like to see the barrier broke, and I would also like to see pitch speeds involved anyways, because if you throw a 4-seam, especially up in this game, you're getting taken deep. It's just the way it is this year. I'm sure some of you are waiting for this one. Immortals. I actually don't have an issue with Immortals. Yeah, I know, I said it. I don't have an issue with Immortals. A lot of people blame the game's lack of success due to the Immortals, and I can't disagree more. The issue is not that the Immortals exist. The issue is that they didn't put any cards in next to the Immortals. The next, like, for the good part of the year, the next best cards were like the future stars, and like maybe a hardware player every now and again that you got from like an event where, like Eric Gagne. Like if you didn't have Eckersley, or excuse me, not Eckersley, Rich Goose Gossage, then you know, you got Eric Gagne. I mean, that was about it. There was no other cards to really balance it out. Like, you know, like if you had Ken Griffey Jr., what was the point of you having Live Series Trout? There was none. There was zero purpose. That was the issue. There was no differential. Like, the best live series card in the game was a 94 overall player, when you have Immortals that were 99s. Why would the person get a card that is a 94 or live series when they can have a 99 Immortal that's going to be 10 times better, and all they have to do is grind and maybe put some coins into it, which it's going to be cheaper to do the Immortal than it is to actually get the live series card in the first place, which is 5 overalls lower. That's a mixture of bad market and bad card concept. When you have a bad card concept, people are just going to go with whatever's working at the time. That's why you've seen JD Martinez up there for so long, and Joey Gallo, Gary Sanchez. Because all to them, just power just matters. They don't care about the overall of the card, but some people do. Some people will only start at 99 just to say they have a 99. It's very common. So if they really want to keep Immortals, which I'm personally okay with. If they keep Immortals, I'm okay with it. I'm not going to complain if it's gone. I'm not going to complain if it's there. But if it is there, they need to have cards that are well next to it. I don't like the idea of only Immortal can be a 99 player. I don't like that. I don't think that's true. Mike Trout is the best player in baseball, and yet it took, what, 7 months to get him as an Immortal? I mean, he's literally the best player in baseball. And you could argue Mookie Betts could have been one, you know. I would like to see the award winners have better cards, although they did end up getting finest cards, but that was actually before the awards were announced, so they never actually did anything for the finalists. So, you know, if they're going to do Immortals, like I said, make sure that there are cards that can balance it out. The grind offline versus online. The reason why you don't see online grinding is because people boost. That was the big deal. In MLB 16, you used to be able to friendly and get the missions done. People obviously abused that. I don't know why that was ever a system in the first place. People obviously abused that, got all the missions they needed to get done, and that was that. Well, the same thing happened in MLB 17. They had a ridiculous mission for Ken Griffey Jr. to get his 99. You had to do like something like, it was just dumb. It was a dumb mission, but I mean, it was there, and so it was a single game mission, and you had to get at least like 4 hitting things to, I believe it was like 2 home runs and like 4 at your, it was something. It was way out of hand. I actually don't remember the exact mission, but I didn't even end up doing it. I was like, yeah, I'm never gonna get that done, and I don't want to boost for it, so I'm just never gonna get Griffey, and that was that. And I understood that, but the reason why we don't have that is because of that reason. People are just going to boost for it easily. I mean, you can either get with your buddy and match up, or you can, you know, you could just text the person, or, well, I guess PlayStation message the person that's you're playing against and just ask. And 9 out of 10 times, people actually do it. So, I mean, if they're usually like, oh, okay, I'll let you do it if you let me do it, and then that's that. And then they'll just finish the game out as that. So, I mean, if a person is going to get like 20 less rating, but they get that huge mission done, that's going to help them out. I mean, honestly, why the hell would they not do it? I mean, I can't really fault them for that. That's their own system. But that's why they don't do it anymore. That's why we see the offline grind, and that's why we see it so often, is because of that exact reason. And I don't fault SDS for doing that. I think that's the best way of them doing that. I really do. So the problem with that, though, is it is just ridiculous to get some of the stuff. I play the game pretty often, and I still don't have the stuff done for Goose or Billy Wagner. I understand some people do, but I have every other Immortal but those two, because they just ask so much out of those two. And I have no idea why. And I understand they're like the only Immortals outside of Dennis now to be, you know, closers or in the bullpen or whatever. I mean, it is just insane. Like, oh my goodness. But, you know, that's why we see it. I honestly don't have an issue with grinding offline. I don't see why so many people don't like it. I understand that, you know, not everybody has the time for it, and I get it. But, you know, I mean, that's the perk of grinding it out, is, you know, you get this player. But that also goes back to my original statement about cards being balanced. Because if a person doesn't have that, like, you know, that time to do all that offline grinding, they can just easily just go ahead and just get another card. Just get like a 97, whoever, you know, Mike Trout, Mookie, whoever. So, I mean, that the offline grind, honestly, I don't have an issue with it. I understand why some people would, but I personally don't have an issue with it. Guys, enjoy this video. Please be sure to leave a like. You know, feel free to leave your opinions down below. Don't, you know, start a war because someone disagrees with you. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed, these were my opinions on stuff. You guys, again, can let me know what it is, what you guys think of every single topic, or, you know, how you feel about a certain topic, or whatever the case it is. But if you guys enjoyed, I will see you guys in the next one.
So tonight we losing this fight, or help our souls tonight. Is no one on our side who's gonna help our souls tonight. No one here to help our souls tonight. It's on me, it's on you, who's gonna help